Yes, we are going on a hike today. We've decided to sail across the bay to the community of Long Cove, where we're going to hike SeaView Trail. Because of the light winds, we decided to run the motor until we were well away from land. Hopefully the middle of the bay would afford us some light winds to carry us on. Off the starboard side, we see the cliffs of Willie's Trail. I saw a black bear while I was hiking that trail in early April. Having left the wharf just before lunchtime, we decided to enjoy a salad and a cup of tea as we sailed along. After sailing for a while in light winds, we decided it was time to motor signal. Unusual as it was, we actually didn't see any whales or dolphins today. Just ahead on our left, we can see the massive cliff where SeaView Trail will take us today. Before long, we find ourselves rounding the buoy and entering the rock cut leading into the marina of Long Cove. Well, today we're going to start our walk at the beautiful marina over in Long Cove, Trinity Bay. A little trail is going to take us up over the hill, across the top, and down on the far end of this saltwater pond. Water is some clear. I understand at low tide, people actually pick the mussels there. Lots of them there. From this area of the hill, we can see down across part of the marina. We can see the opening that we came through. A lot of red rock in this area. We're going to take this little trail up here to the right and head to higher ground. Where else in the world do you get a view like this? We're looking across the harbor of Chapel Arm, over toward where that boat is. That's a little ridge over that way. And across there we have Dildo Island, Rouse's Island, Red Rocks. Lots of boats out in the bay today. Then we look down across New Harbor. Look at how clear this water is. A little bit warmer and I might think about snorkeling. All cliffed over here on the bottom underneath the water. Cliffed. Some rocks. Over this way is more sand. Yes. Wow. Definitely $1 million view. Wow. This rock just falls apart too.
Shale.
It is such fine shale, look. You can see where it's foundering over here, just like coins. Back on the trail. Nice wooded trail going through here. Stop there. And it looks like a very quick stop to the trail. Come up and have a look. I think we've picked off a few crows here. They obviously have nests here in the cliffs. What a view.
Okay.
This being the early summer, our water is that much clearer while it's still cold. There's not too much growing in it. Nice clear view right across the bay, looking into the Dildo New Harbor area. Two of those crows are right on top of that cliff there now, and they don't like us here, so we're going to move on. Last thing I want to do up here is abruptly run in some direction, trying to get away from a crow that wants me. We're obviously too close to their nest. Let's continue. Lots of uphill on this side of the trail.
Yes.
Of course, anytime you get on a trail like this, right along the cliffs, there's lots of lookouts. This one here is the steep banks. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a straight drop here. Lobster pot way down there. You see the rope on it? No sign of any whales here yet. We'll have to hope to see a couple whales on the way back across the bay later on. You can see the crumbles of the rock down there as the shale just falls apart. Looking right up in the Chapel Arm there now. And on we go. So nice. So many beautiful views from up here. It's amazing what you can see when you get up above the rest of the world. Lots of cliff breaking up through the trail here. So we're pretty much right across the top edge here, I believe. It's been worn to bare rock over the years. I'm sure that there's quite the wind up this way as well. Yeah, so we're through the top of the hill here now a little bit, and ooh, a little bit of a lookout. Over to the left here we can see part of the marina. Going up the other shore, we've got a bit of beach and so on. The other side of that peninsula would be Thornlea. Then again, we're coming up on another wow moment. And this is a lot of wow. We'll be sailing across here later on, assuming we get a bit of wind. Going back to our side of the bay. Otherwise, we'll be the one out there with the little motor on, heading across the bay. Little knob of cliff here. We're going to go up, and just like the bear, see what we can see. The other side of the mountain. Wow. This is definitely one of those wow moments.
Both sides at the same time.
360, do your thing. There's our boat down at the end of the pond on the left. So we're still seemingly along the top edge of this hill. We're slowly working our way down. We're more in the woods now on this part of the trail, and we're very grateful that this isn't a day when there's a lot of flies.
Yeah.
We have a light breeze, keeping the flies at bay. Looking out across Long Cove, and up in the distance we see Tickle Harbour Point with Bellevue on the other side. As we walk along the trail, we see a lot of flowers off to the side here. These are blueberry plants. By the look of all the flowers, we're going to have a lot of blueberries this year. Wild blueberries are abundant in this area. Often we get a lot of flowers like this, and then we get a frost, and that kills them. But we're too far into June now for us to get a frost, we hope, in which case there's going to be an abundance of blueberries this year. Got a boat going along. We saw that boat earlier today when we were sailing across the bay. This is a good trail though. I'm not sure what it would be like when it's wet, but at this point in time, it is a very nice trail for walking. Well, looking at our maps, it looks like the trail will soon turn and take us down over the hill, where we'll follow the coastline back. I think the last time I was up on a hill like this, or anything at all like this, would have been on the west coast of Newfoundland. That was when the children were very young, and we went from a campsite in a provincial campground up to a lookout at the top of Erin's Mountain. That's one of those days when you realize that young kids want to be carried when you're going up that much hill.
Yep.
Though they did good. They did good. But that's what this reminds me of, the views that we have looking across over the hills. I don't know how far up we are. I know we're nowhere near 1,000 feet up. We're up off the water quite a bit. But because we have so much water around us, it allows us to have these views across such a distance. See a sailboat over near our home area, across the bay. A couple of them. Yeah, places like this, it makes you think back. When children were young, we used to do a lot of camping and exploring trails. Good times, for sure. Well, let's see where this trail turns, and I think we got some stairs we're going to go down from what I'm hearing. So let's move on down the line. Oh, do we ever have the stairs. Small steps. This must be going down about 50 degrees or more. Little squirrel there on the right. He doesn't really care about us. On in through there. Some of these steps are uneven spacing too.
Careful.
You know you need a handrail when the handrail is reinforced by the trees. Well, I see what looks like a nice rest stop and lookout just ahead. Are we still coming?
Still coming.
Watch this last step, it's a doozy. Oh, this is nice. Look at that water. Crystal clear, you can see the kelp going back and forth in the waves. See the lobster pots?
See the rocks.
Guys, this is the place for the kayak. This is nice. Soon we'll be sailing out through here again.
Our motor.
So this grouse just came out of the trees here, and obviously we're close on a nest. It doesn't want us going along the path, though we're going to. It came from the tree over here, so that's obviously where the nest is. We're not going to touch the babies there, buddy. No, we're not. We're going to walk right on past, and then you can go on back to where your nest is. He'll go in the woods there now, and we'll pass, and he'll go on back where the nest is. Now he sees that we're gone past there. There you go, back you go. Nothing like a ruckus in the woods right next to you. So this is the grassy trail that's on the Long Cove side of the point, and we believe this is going to bring us back up to the cemetery, where we'll then go down over the hill to the saltwater pond. So it's been a nice grassy trail all the way, actually, from out at the end there. I finally made it back down to the road, and now we're going to take the trail down over the hill to the saltwater pond. Lots of little cemeteries up this way. And you gotta say, it is a beautiful place to be resting. These trails are all kept up really well. It's really nice coming down through here. Lots of shade. And we're finally back at water level. No trouble to hear the birds singing. There's a jet ski over there, if I looked at it. The tide is low. I suspect at the other end of this pond there's going to be an ice cream waiting for me, and then a sailboat to take me home. Nice little breeze. We're headed back up around the saltwater pond now in Long Cove. We're going to grab ourselves an ice cream and then set sail across the bay again. We'll leave you with a few pictures from our crossing there. If anything really eventful happens, then we'll rejoin. But for now, you guys take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And we'll see you later.
After a lovely day of hiking, it's time to head back home.
we just came out of Long Cove. It's over here. It is the hill. We went along top of that one. From there we could see into this harbour and into Chapel Arm. The trail coming back came down around the lower cliffs here, just in from the water's edge.
Finish off the video there. This was actually a Father's Day excursion 2025 on A Life of Echoes. You take care of yourself. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.